Are you looking for new books to read? Do you like finding a new special author? Are you tired of the same old books from the same old authors? Well then, welcome to Discovered Wordsmiths, a podcast where you can hear from fantastic new authors. Join Stephen Schneider as he finds and talks to authors you may not know, but authors that have worked hard to write great new books. Hear about their book and why you should check it out. So sit back and listen to today's Discovered Wordsmith. Are you looking for new books to read? Do you like finding a new special author? Are you tired of the same old books from the same old authors? Well then, welcome to Discovered Wordsmiths, a podcast where you can hear from fantastic new authors. Join Stephen Schneider as he finds and talks to authors you may not know, but authors that have worked hard to write great new books. Hear about their book and why you should check it out. So sit back and listen to today's Discovered Wordsmith.
Great, and welcome to Discovered Wordsmiths. Today I've got Carmel Lucas. Carmel, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, how are you? Hello, everybody.
Hey, good. And obviously, somebody's in a great mood.
You know what? I'm always in a great mood. When you wake up in the morning, you should be, in a great mood because you see another day, right? So,
I
so I'm just super
I
excited.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Carmel, before we get started talking about your book, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, some about your background, and maybe some of the things you like to do besides writing.
Oh, okay. Well, I am here in Orlando, Florida, and I've been here for like 7 years, and I love it. I love the weather. The weather is great. And my background, I am a stand-up comic as well. I also do motivated speaking. I do creative writing. What else did I do? I'm a podcaster as well, and I model and I act. I'm an actress, so I do a lot of different things because I like to be motivated and always moving. I can't sit still for some reason. I don't know
Yeah, I was
why.
going to say it sounds like your days are kind of boring, like you don't have much to do.
I mean, I have a lot to do. I have fun in doing what I do, so it's awesome. And what I like doing on my downtime is spending time with my daughter, and or we go. I like going to like different places, like racing. I like to go to Daytona and watch the racing cars, and I like doing fun things. Arcades and stuff like that.
Nice. And you said you lived in Orlando for 7 years. Where did you
Yeah.
come from before that?
Well, before that, then I was in Jacksonville for 2, but then I came from Connecticut. Yeah. So I was tired of the snow and all that, and I was like, I need some warm weather because I love the hotness. So Orlando was one of the states that I was like, yeah, that's where I'm gonna go because it's always hot and I just couldn't do the snow anymore. It was just too much blizzards and all this extra stuff. Not for me. Mm-mm.
You don't miss skiing or anything?
I don't miss none of that. Okay, it was just too much for me. All that snow and staying cold, and some days you go to work, some days you don't because when it's blizzard, it's a blizzard. And
Right.
it's just crazy. Like,
I like to focus on your book and the readers for this first half. The second half, I like to talk about the writing, but you've got so many things going on. I think we should talk a little bit about your whole entrepreneurial life for the second half. But we'll get to that. There's a teaser for the second half. How's that?
okay, perfect. That's awesome.
Okay, so with all these things, why did you want to start writing? What made you finally sit down and say, I'm going to write a book?
Well, before that, I always, written. I love essays and stuff like that. So, I was writing poetry first. And then because I love poetry, I love that romance kind of thing. So I was like, let me just write a book. It's inspirational because really the book is basically about my personalities. You know what I mean? I got crazy personalities. So so I sat down and I just, and it's also what I've seen, and the people I've been around and the people I see and what I see on social media, what I see here and what I see there. And I just put it into a book. And so that's basically why I did it, because it was an inspiration. So let me just write a romance book, because I really didn't think a lot of women does that, because a lot of women does like business books, or they'll do like not really erotic books. So I was like, let me be one of these erotic women out here just to get down in the nitty gritty in a book. So
Got it.
that's what I did. Yeah.
You chose to write a romance book.
Yeah.
Sounds like a little bit erotic. I've interviewed several older women, and they seem to not go for the romance. And I didn't know if it was the age. And you mentioned you have a daughter and you've lived in Florida, so you sounded younger than that. And I was just, for my own benefit, I wasn't trying to out you on your age, because I saw your picture and you're definitely very beautiful. So don't worry about it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, when I tell people that I write erotic romance books, they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what? That's what you kind of books you write? Why not? Because I feel like every day is like situations, and everybody, is in romance, and everybody is erotic sometimes. So why not write about it? Why don't write about what's going on in your life anyway? I mean, music is like that. When you listen to music, you hear music, all kinds of like music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's no different in listening to music and liking that song, or writing a book and liking what's in the book.
So, without getting too explicit, I guess, tell us a little bit about the book, what it's about, to interest readers who may be like, oh, I think I might want to read that.
Well, the book is basically about four friends, and the four friends are very close. They support each other and love each other and all this good stuff. And is each one have their own separate lives. Like Denise, she has she wants a baby, and she can't have kids, but she loves her husband very much. And like Keisha, she's an independent woman. She got abused when she was in a relationship for 2 years. She decided to get out that relationship, and she wasn't looking for nobody, but she came across this wonderful guy. And about Liz, she's a married woman with 3 kids. Her husband is always going out cheating on her with every woman in the world, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and he feel like she got gained a little bit of weight, and he's unattracted to her now. And she has an older son, and he you know despise his father because he feel like he should be there with him and the family. And he goes cheat, and then the wife meets a younger guy, you know and he makes her feel like a woman again. And you know what I mean when I say that. Okay.
That's where the parts we don't want to put into the interview are.
Exactly. And so and then the last girl was Tanya, and Tanya is the youngest of the group. She does everything possible that imagined is in the world today. And she also cheats with someone close to her that is one of her friends' man, basically. Yeah. Tanya doesn't care. She doesn't care about life. She has a daughter, leaves her daughter with her mother, and let her mother raise her daughter. And her daughter's 5, and she just want to go out and party. That's all she want to do.
So, uh, based on what you were saying earlier about all the things you do, are each of these characters an aspect of you, or are they people you know? How'd you come up with
Well,
all the variety?
right. Well, you could say some is me and some is people that I know. For example, like Tanya. I mean, I've seen I've seen a lot of things, and so I decided to write that character because, you know, um, the people that I've seen that I've been around, they do such things, and I'm like, wow. So let me write about her, but I ain't gonna put her name on it. You know what I'm saying? And then so, but certain ones is me. For example, Keisha, because I'm a very independent person. I've been through a lot of my life, so I decided to go ahead and write that. And Denise, a little bit of me, and Liz is not me at all. It's just what I've seen, and what people talk to me about, and or what I've heard or something like that. So I just wrote that character because I felt like other women should see that you're worth more than being put down or mentally abused. It's somebody
Right.
out here for you. You don't have to be in that relationship. You can move on. Even though you're married and have kids, doesn't mean that you bonded to that, because you don't need to be treated really bad or belittled by any man, you know?
Right. That's a big topic, even in the news today. So it fits right
Right.
in with contemporary thoughts. So what other books out there are similar to this one? If readers say, "Oh, well, I like that book,"
Well,
maybe I'll pick up Carmel's.
well, actually, I have actually that book has a movie to it. It's on YouTube. And I decided to make a movie out of it because I felt like there's something that I wanted to do, and I made it actually a feature film off of off that book.
Nice.
And it's on YouTube, and it's called "In Love with the Other Man" by myself, Caramel Lucas.
I'll
And
have to look it up and provide a link.
exactly. And also, I have another book that I'm about to, get together. It's called Rebecca Meet Philip. And this book is based about a teenager who wants to live a life, but the mother keeps telling her that she can't live that life because, I don't want to put too much into it, but the mother dream was to become a singer. And when her daughter finished high school, she wanted to become a dancer, but her mother was, didn't want her to pursue her career because she didn't have a chance to pursue hers.
Got it. Is it a direct sequel or just a similar book?
It's like a direct sequel. No, it's a similar book. Well, yeah, a similar book. Yeah, something like yeah. So, it's just like it's has a little bit of romance in it, but like I said, it's a teenager book, and it's more her,
Got
trying
it.
to
Okay.
reach her goals. Yeah,
Um, so is this did you self-publish this or did you go through a publisher?
I went through a publisher. Actually, went through Author House.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
and yeah.
we'll talk about that a bit more. And the first book is out. The second book, when do you expect that to be out?
Give it probably I'm still, I finished it and everything, and like I said, I got a lot of other things going on. So I'm gonna give it like a 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Because I'm thinking about doing that, and then I'm also thinking about creating a horror movie, and because I never did that before, and I want to try it just to see how it goes.
Nice. And I love that.
Mhm.
Is it going to be a romance horror?
I know I'm all about this romance kind of thing, right? No, actually, I don't even know which direction I want to go right now, but 9 out of 10 will probably be a romance kind of horror kind of thing because I love the romance. I'm that one lovable kind of girl. So I love romance. I love love. Period. So it probably end up going that way, but I'm in the process of writing it now, and I'm just trying to figure out which direction to go.
Got it. Right. Got it. Okay. And what type of feedback have you gotten from readers?
Oh my God, everybody love it. They're waiting for the second part of the book, right? They're like, look, you have to have the second part because once they read it, they read the whole book and they sat down and read it and they was like, oh my God, I need the other part, and they love it. They think it's awesome. They like, they, it's like a up and down, like a roller coaster. Your emotions go up and down, and everybody can't stand a Liz husband Frank because he thinks he's a douchebag, but everybody really loves the book, and they waiting for a second one. So
Oh, well, that's good. That's definitely what you want. And you need those characters in there that people can love to hate.
yeah, yeah, and I believe that, and yeah, Frank is the one that everybody hates right now, and I'm like, wow, okay, I mean for him, it's crazy, yeah.
Okay. And so, Carmel, growing up, what were some of your favorite books and favorite authors?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was growing up, I really didn't have a childhood life. Basically, I didn't really read a lot, and I didn't really write a lot. I started writing when I was like, what, 12, and that's when I started reading and stuff like that. But when I was growing up, I really, I was here and there. So I really didn't have much time of reading and writing. You know, went to school, came home, had to, help my, my grandparents with my brothers because I'm the oldest of out of six, and
Okay.
oh yeah.
So you didn't get a chance to read a whole lot growing up. Does your daughter read? Do you read with her or anything like
Oh
that?
my God, she's a reader. Okay, she reads everything. She does not like she reads everything, and I'm so super happy for that because as like I said, I was 12 when I started doing everything, and now she's 15, but she's been reading and she loves reading. She writes, but she don't care for writing that much. But when it comes to reading, reading is her everything, and I love that about it because she likes going to library, getting books and going to any book she sees. She like, I want to read that. I want to try it out,
Nice.
so that's awesome. Yeah.
Great. Well, here, before we finish up our reader discussion on your book, tell everybody why they should get your book.
I mean, they should get my book because listen, everybody, you should get my book is because it's a roller coaster. It gives you emotions. It's fun to read. You'll love the characters. I believe you can relate to some of the characters because everybody can relate to someone in that book. I have other characters is in the book that you may relate to, such as Kim and Craig, and it's a lot of different characters in the book. But I believe that you will enjoy it and you'll want the second book, and the second book will be coming. And I believe that you will keep reading until you finish the book, because once you get in the book, you cannot put it down. So that's why.
Nice. All right. So tell everybody one more time what the title is and where they can get it and where they can find you online.
Awesome. So, the name of the book is In Love with the Other Man. It's by Cameron Lucas. You can get it on, or you can say Francina Cameron Lucas, and it's by you can get it on Arthur House, Walmart, um, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, any platforms or book platforms you can get it on. You can also follow me on social media under Cameron Lucas on LinkedIn, Instagram. On Twitter, it's Miss MS __ Caramel. And for Instagram, it's at Miss MS Caramel Lucas. And
Okay.
you can go to my website. It's www.caramellucas.net.
Okay. I'll put some links in the show notes also. Thank you. All right. Well, Carmel, it was great talking to you about your book. I wish you luck. It sounds like you're having some very good success with it already. And maybe we'll chat again once the second book comes out.
Awesome. That would be great. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Discovered Wordsmiths. Come back next week and listen to another author discuss the road they've traveled, and maybe, sometime in the near future, it might be you. Thank you for listening to Discovered Wordsmiths. Come back next week and listen to another author discuss the road they've traveled, and maybe, sometime in the near future, it might be you.